came from obscurity and rose to be an international legend in the world of cricket. In very short, how do you look back at your journey?
I would not believed what I achieved, because when you came to a when you are a young boy, that time you only think about what you have to do at the time, and you don't dream about. See, I even didn't even dream about playing for the country, even playing for the school, because it is no that when you are young, age of 8, I started playing cricket. At that time, I think I was only to enjoy the game. So just to like another street boy, like just the school. I was in the hostel, age of 6 to 18. So it's a Catholic school, all discipline. You know how the Catholic schools are. So in that school, so when you have, we had about 600 hostelers, and in the school about 3,000, right? So it's a big school. It's a semi-government. Government took over in 1970. When I was just joined, it took over. Then it become all private schools, Catholic schools became semi-government schools. So all the facilities was there, and cricket is one game that everyone loves it, because even it is not our national game. But even if you think India,
it's a religion, like films are. Cricket is actually, I feel like a religious head today, because there are two religions in India: films and cricket. And imagine I've got legends from both those worlds, and I'm moderating a session with them.
so that's why I started, and I didn't even think about anything. Even didn't dream about. See, who would thought at the time? Because we are all 80s kids, because 70s to 80s, because I went school first is 1978.
78.
So 78. So that time you don't think, because film something everyone loves it, because hardly you see there was no TV, right? When it's 1978, hardly if you have a TV, you have to be a very rich person.
Luxury.
Right? And also if you have a TV also, there is no programs. That's the biggest problem, because only important news will come,
And documentary style show.
yeah, a few documentaries, and that's also, it starts by 6 o'clock and finish by 8:39. So that kind of a childhood we had. That childhood is, I think, I don't know, because don't get it wrong, it is more fun than nowadays, because those days whatever you have to do, you have to play with other children and interact with them, and you will become automatically a sportsman. You will be very healthy. So these days, even I feel sometimes my children, outdoor sport is something for them is like an allergy. Like they are glued into mobile phones and this.
And video games.
Yeah, so that kind of era, and I really enjoyed that era, and I never felt it that at the time we didn't think.
So, was this a conscious decision, and how much of this incident did you? I mean, how difficult was it to take a decision? How difficult was it to take a decision of how much of this incident to show and not to show?
See, his life is too dramatic to handle. So we look for drama as filmmakers, right? Stories, we need drama. And the irony is that when we do a biopic, we don't have a template. Each individual is different, their life is different. So we can't stick to a screenplay format per se and then work towards it. It was very difficult, very challenging, because his life is in a sense so eventful, right from his childhood until he retired. So to decide on a story with a beginning, middle and an end was very, very challenging. And that's when we realized that, I should say, Shahan Karnatalaka, my co-writer, who won the Booker Prize in 2022, he was very supportive. And then we decided that, now we have to be little intuitive with this project because this is a unique life, and this is one film we are going to do. We're not going to do another biopic. So let's forget the templates. Let's first create one for this film. And since his life is very dramatic, the kind of incident you heard right now.
Is it just one incident?
Yeah, so he has like 10, 15, 20 like this.
And also, just to cross here, tsunami, I was almost gone in tsunami. So that was, I was lucky in tsunami as well, because we shot everything, we couldn't put it, people won't believe this. So that's why we didn't had that, it's all shot.
Certain,
I hope we are safe over here because I'm now scared. Wherever you go, danger follows you. Sorry.
So it was quite tough, and generally we feel like, oh my God, this is a biopic, so I don't have a freedom that I can have when I create my own story. But when you write your own story, you're stuck. then you feel, okay, if I have a story, it's better for me. So it's an irony. So somehow we found a story in his life, which we thought was, throughout his life there was an identity crisis. He had to prove himself, a Tamil, a Sri Lankan,
Again and again.
a legitimate cricketer. So see, when you put people in a spot, you know you don't have an answer for that, and you keep asking questions continuously. What would you do? You know you can't answer. See, we always think there's black, there is white, but there is grey as well in between. So most of us live in this grey area, and this world is not a fair world. It's not going to treat everyone fairly. That's the reality, right? So we had to come up with a concept first. Okay, this is the concept. It's about an individual's struggle for his identity, to prove himself again and again and again, where he realizes there's no point trying to prove. If someone is not willing to believe you, there's no
So be
point
it.
trying.
So be
Yeah.
it.
So we developed that idea first, and then we had to make sure that this biopic has captured his life truly, and not going too cinematic. Cinematic, I don't think that's the appropriate word to use. Anything that's on the screen is cinema. So we wanted to make sure that audience could relate to it in a way that they believe what they see.
Yeah, because a lot of unbelievable incidents have happened.
Yeah.
You know, what was more daunting, the tsunami incident or this terrorist incident?
Not terrorist incident.